if they have a closer look, into the team, how it works, people only think, they're riding bikes and that's it. They race on the weekend and they travel home and then they're back at their place with their families and stuff. But an ingredient to performance is to have a good team around, and especially to have a good time. And the people which we have on board, they are great people, and I really enjoy working with them. And I think that's also one of the key points why we're so successful and why we're the successful team in 2019. So first World Cup this year was in Albstadt. That was actually one of the goals I had, to perform on a really high level in front of my home crowd. Lots of people joining, coming today for cheering, family, friends and everything, So it's quite special to me because it's a home World Cup. So
TV ride, lap with KG, some media stuff to do. But yeah, this is pretty much like how World Cup rolls.
I remember all these places, but I remember more the people I met on our journey, And it's not just always the team around us, also some random people popping in and stuff. And I think this is a great experience, and it's just nice to do, Once you travel, you meet so many people, and even after many years, you see them again. Sometimes they're popping up, and that they're still inside, they're still in kind of the race environment, or just pop in, to just see us or visit us or cheer for us. And it's just really nice experience to travel the world and to meet so many good people on the side. Throughout the year, we're traveling so many cities and different countries. We are nearly 180 to 200 days a year on the road.
Every time we have also really good moments, just because we are traveling around the world, we discover new places. So definitely it's really nice experience to be in this crazy circus all the year.
Vive la France, vive la baguette. Really looking forward to ride here. That's the croissant.
You start as a couple, and then you get bigger, you get kids, and then the nanny pops in or whatever. It's similar to our team, Sooner or later the team grows, and it just shows that we are doing well, And I'm just love to have so many people around, either if it's athletes, riders, or staff members, or media guys, It's just great to get back on, like every time when we get back to the paddocks, there's always something happening. You have always great chats with, like I said, different athletes, media guys, or friends, or whatever it is, And from my side, I just love how we grow and how the vibe kind of got even better in a way,
I believe that the place is made mainly from what you're living on the place and who is around you. So I had great moments all over the season. I think I had rough moments all over the season. And what I take as the most positive thing is the people who were around me. It's quite crazy to me when I go around and I always hear people shouting my name. There is always someone pointing a camera to me, and it's increasing no matter where I am in the world. So it's quite interesting in a way, and I enjoy that. So I'm a guy that I can guarantee to everyone, that I'm 100% the same person, if I have a camera around me or not. And that's why I can have around 200 days a year with guys filming my life. I never saw myself as a highly talented guy, and I knew and I still know that I can compare myself to like the big talents of this sport. But I do believe, and I show that on track, that I can race them.
Enrique is always strong all the season because he is a big engine, a big machine, a big talent. He has the energy to deal with it all the season, so he's impressive. Because if you have the consistency, then you can definitely play for the top spot.
It's easy to just judge on results, but I think it's so much more important to see the whole athlete, and also for the sport. You know, if you have, like I said, like a good character in the sport, you know, it's more helpful than just a guy who delivers results. In Ave's case, it's both. You know, you have a guy who delivers the results and who is such a great character and a good ambassador for our mountain bike sport.
When you look from the outside, he's one of the most complete riders in the circuit. Before I knew him, before he was my teammate, I would say he was one of the most talented guys. And after I met him, I could see how much he developed his talent. So I think he has some talent on every area, and he just developed every area to the max.
Max is for me like a perfectionist in everything what he does, you know. It starts with his bike, with his training, with his nutrition. He is so into details, and he's so he has really a good knowledge about what he needs to perform on a really high level. Sometimes I'm a bit jealous because he's just so like a nerd, you know, going into details and stuff, and it's just interesting to talk with him. When it comes down to talks, we have some nice talks also, you know, like sometimes when we sit all together at the table, and then, you know, for me sometimes I say, oh no, this is like this and this, and then he comes in with some proper details, information, and for me, sometimes I'm just blown away, you know, and I say, oh right, someone knows what he's talking about, and I think that's one of the things also why he's that good.
I went flat out, no question. Yeah, exactly.
Inside the team, I think we are like a good mix. When I look to Manny, for example, you know, he's a guy that no matter how things are going bad, he still kind of waits for the moment, or he builds the moment, and he believes that he's gonna come around, you know, and then he delivers. He's a guy that, you know, tomorrow he can show up and win a World Cup, and this it's kind of an inspiration to me.
This is like something where Ave, for example, you know, Ave, back in when he joined our team, Ave was a good rider. He was a top 30, top 40 rider, you know, in the World Cup. but you know, he was always missing something. But he trained so hard, you know, he trained even harder before than now. Everything got less, you know, in terms of training volume. It's just more specific now, more quality, and he reduces training, but the outcome is way better now. Because, I mean, the thing is, you know, sometimes when you win a race, you come back to the finish line, you say, geez, this was easy. I'm gonna do it again next week. And then suddenly, something changes, and next week you come just top 15. And then you think, what was the difference? And in terms of training, you know, it's not this is where, I mean, preparing for the race, this is the most difficult part. But then, you know, like being at the start, getting to the start line and doing everything right, this is the most important thing, you know. Because everyone says, oh, once you're at the start line, then you need to switch on and put into race mode. But it starts already 2-3 weeks before. And this is where you dial in. And then you come finally to the start line, and then you realize, alright, this is the place where I want to be, this is where I go now. But I started already, the process started 3 weeks ago. And this is, you know, like this is, actually this is always what always motivates me, you know, to keep on going, keep on working and stuff, because it's just a super nice journey. Because you, basically, I have a whole team around me which supports me, you know, with trainer, team, mechanic, physio, chef, everyone who's involved, you know. This is what I like. This is, I mean, for me, this is massive. I love that journey. And that's why I think I'm 20 years already in the business, you know.
My top 5 issues include I don't know how to talk to dudes. I think that I get wild. I know they lie way too damn much. Yeah, my top 5 issues include I be getting so damn rude. If you ain't talking money, I don't care. I'm trying to get deeper within you, but I can't. My walls are so high. I need to get down before I get by. And I feel so fly. I wanna get high, but I put my guards up. I don't give up. My top 5 issues include the following. So please don't follow me, 'cause you only go down in the rabbit hole. My top 5 issues include the following. So please don't bother me, 'cause you only go down in the rabbit hole. Promise me you will do you. I don't need you up.
Different things, you know, different styles, and we all kind of complete each other, and we all take something from each other, and this I believe what makes us so close. I think I entertained people during the year. I think I took a lot of lessons. I think the team took a lot of lessons. It's a bit more complex than just the 90 minutes on racetrack.
Definitely, when you end the season on a good note, it's a different game in the winter.
I'm really happy for Maxi. He got his Olympia ticket for Tokyo, and also for Abe. He rode like a unbelievable good race, and it finished on the overall podium as well. And what a season for Cannondale Mountain.